Hey guys, we're gonna do a special stream of Stranded Deep for my sister so I can show her some of the stuff that she needs to do. So yeah, I'm gonna be on puss mode. Anyway, meaning, no, I'm not gonna let anything eat my ass while I'm in here. um, yeah, no, nom 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 nom. So, alright. I'm gonna go into new game. Change to female. I'm going to use my existing world. I've turned off permadeath because I don't want to do permadeath. And I set all the animals to passive so I don't get eaten by sharkies and shit while I'm trying to show you what's going on. And because I don't like the little fuckers being aggressive right now. Alright, so I'm going to start out. Come to, you will see this bottle in front of you with this red cap. Swim towards it. Go through this doorway and turn to the left. And you'll see the blue. Swim up to the blue. You'll come up on the surface, swim towards the raft, and it is scripted to blow up. Okay, so then you're going to spawn in and you're in the life raft. Normally, I don't use the life raft. I get rid of it, but I'm going to show you how to get it, the stuff. Hover over it until it says paddle, press square to pick up. Then look at the bottom of the life raft and it says hold square to operate. And it puts you in the boat. And then you push forward on the thumbstick and you put your little dot where you want to go. And you can stroke it over land. And when you get done, you look back down at the raft and hit square. And then you have to go over to this bracket and hold square to attach it again. Then you can look at the raft and pull the left trigger. And you can drag while you pull the left trigger and hold it. And then you can drag the raft up onto shore. Now, once you get your raft up here, in this one that says ration supplies, if you hit the L1 button, you will open it up and you will find a compass, a Rolodex of electrical tape, and 3 cans of rations. So you can use your left thumbstick to push up and select the compass, and I would leave the rest of it in there for right now. Now you need to make some tools, so you need to find some rocks. Don't get near the crabs, the little bastards will pinch you. Okay. So, we're going to pick up this rock, and then, if you don't want to hold it in front of you, tap your L1, move your left thumbstick down the hand, and it'll put it away. then hit your R1 button, and you should see stone tool, and you'll want to craft one of those. And then for right now, when you see a rock and pick it up, you're going to want to craft another one, because you're going to need to make a knife and some other stuff. So we just picked up another rock, so we'll go back into R1 and make another stone tool. Now when you want to see these in your inventory, just tap your L1, and you can see I have a compass and a stone tool, and I have one in my hand. If I go down to my hand and select that, then if I hit, tap L1 to go back in, I now have 2 stone tools. Okay, we're going to walk out here. You need to watch, definitely on the ground. This little motherfucker right here, yeah, you step on him, he'll poison you. And then you're sick for 3 days. You look like you got gonorrhea of Herpes. Alright. Now, I picked this up and I don't want it in my hands, so L1, down to my hand, and then X. And that's going to be very handy because we need it to make the water still in a minute. Oh, it's going to be another minute, but anyway. This is a young palm tree. So you would hit L1, make your thumb stick up the stone tool, equip it, chop it down, and then press square to pick it up. I'm going to pick up another. Yeah, R2 will swing it. But this is Pippi. If you do get poisoned, you will need Pippi, so I wouldn't pick Pippi. This is Wabaluva. It has absolutely no use. None. This is aloe vera. You can press square to pick it up, and if you make a coconut flask and make some like sunscreen. That's all that's for. Get some more fibrous leaves here. You will need 4 fibrous leaves to make 1 lashing. Get away, crab. Yeah, we'll get him in a little bit. Alright, so I want to see if I have enough to make a lashing, so I'm going to hit L1. And it's the green fiber stuff above the rock. That's so I have 4 of them. So I'm going to go back, hit R1, and go down and hit X, and it'll make a lashing. Now I can go back into R1 and go down because I want to make a knife, but I need a stick. You can hit square and then use your directional pad to navigate, and see it takes a stone tool, a stick, and a lashing. So if I want to pin that so I know when I have all the stuff for it, you push in on the right thumbstick and you'll see it pop up in the upper left corner of the screen. So then I hit circle to back out, and I need to find a stick. Okay. And I want to find one because trying to chop down a tree with a stone tool, yeah. Anyway, so I found a stick, and I'm going to pick it up. And now all that's lit up in the upper left, so I'm going to go back into R1 and go down and hit X, and now I have a knife. So I'll go into L1, and there's my knife. I need to find some more stone. There's no one. And more lashings. Alright, we're gonna go to this yucca plant, which is what this is. And see, it's bitching at me because my watch is saying I'm hot. I'll show you that here in a second. We'll pick up these leaves. There. Just on the ground, so just kind of walk around. There we go. Alright. If you are looking at the tree and you see this little funky buddy looking thing like this, if you move around the tree, it will eventually activate and say yucca fruit. Press square to pick up. So you press square and now you have a yucca seed. It won't rot, unlike fruit. If you pick fruit or potatoes, they will rot if you do not plant them right away. But yucca doesn't do that. So I hit R1 to go back in, and I'm going to craft another lashing. And then I'm going to hit R1 and see if I have enough. And I don't. Because it'll say inspect instead of craft. Oh my gosh. Alright. If you hit triangle, it will bring up your watch. The top row is your health. The second row is your food. Hey, Kit. And the third one is your water. The fourth one is the amount of sun that you are exposed to, which will dramatically take everything else away. So we're just going to kind of hang out in the shade here for a bit. This is a stone deposit. You can't mine it until you make a refined pick, which will be later on. But there are ones where you can get like 6 or 7 rocks out of a stone deposit. And then trees that you can cut down will look like so. I need to hit R1. Let's see. Still can't make that yet. So, while you are in this menu with the hammer, okay, if you press R1, it will go to the building menu. It won't show you anything until you build a hammer. If you hit R1 again, it goes to vehicles like boats and planes and gyrocopters. The next one would be farming. The next one is your story progression, which is basically when you've killed the big bosses, they'll register on there as the story. The next one is consumables. This is where you make things like water skins and flasks, splints, and first aid stuff. But back in the crafting menu, and this goes for all the other ones, they have these sub-menus below them. R2 and L2 will move it. Right now it's on tools. I'm going to go to this first one, which is tool belts. I have a piece of cloth and I have a lashing, but I'm not going to make one right now because I want to show you how to make something else, and until I find another piece of cloth, I don't want to waste it. But this is where you would go and make the tool belt. If you have all the ingredients, it will say craft. If I press R2, it goes to animal things. Like bird snares and fish traps. Then you press R2 again, and it goes to like furnishings, shelving, light hooks, tables, chairs, things like that. There is a kind of a pain in the ass. Well, I mean, it's not kinda. It is a pain in the fucking ass. You can build foundations and floors, but you cannot put anything on it other than chairs and tables. So, like, you can make a sleeping bag and it'll lay on the ground. But like your smoker, your water still, your brick factories and things like that that you're going to build, they cannot be put on any form of foundation. They have to be put on the ground. So that's annoying. But, and this is where you build, I guess you would say, your necessities, your shelter, water still, smoker. Stuff is under this one. So, we want to build shelter. So, we are going to see where, that's the very first one on this page. And I'm going to press the R, the R3 button, right thumbstick. I need palm fronds and sticks. Palm trees give palm fronds, and this is going to take a while. So, yeah, see, this is like 20 frickin' chops to get this bitch down, and maybe 30. I know it's unreal. And it's gonna get dark here in a second. And when it gets dark in this game, it gets dark really fast. So, yeah. Anyway, there's a coconut that will fall off. Go ahead and pick that up. And we're gonna go into R1. And you have a lashing and a coconut. Okay. So, back out of that. Go R1 and hit L1 at the top. It should automatically be on the crafting with the hammer. You want to go to the left to what looks like garlic. That's the only way I can describe it. But unfortunately, our crafting isn't up enough to make it. So, we're going to go R1 back to crafting. And alright. I made another stone tool, which raised my crafting ability up enough that now I can make the axe, which is so nice. So, you see you have stone tool, kindling, lashing, refined knife, fire torch, crude axe. I am missing sticks. And I need sticks for my shelter anyway. So, it's very, very dark. But, I'm going to stand here and chop. And try to get as much done as I can. To get this ready and at least get the shelter put in place. The problem is, when, like I said, when it gets dark, it gets dark. And yeah. But I can fix a little bit of that here in a second. I'll be chopping for days. Yeah, back when I said, I just wanted to find a stick because yeah, this is why. This takes forever. Alright, I'm gonna make another stone tool because I needed to free up inventory space. If I go back into L1 now, I have space to pick up a stick, which will then let me make the tool that I need. So, there we go. And X to Now, when it does this, it's because you don't have any room in your inventory at all. So, you just back out, push L1 and go into your inventory, and ditch the coconut. So just move the thumbstick over to it, hold the circle, and it will drop the coconut. That frees up the space. Now I can go back, and I can make the axe. Now, the other thing I'm going to need is palm fronds. So, I'm picking up the sticks. The coconut's going to stay there for right now. You just stand here and chop this sucker, and it'll break into palm fronds. Be sure to pick the palm fronds up. Alright. Now, see, I'm trying to... That weird noise, you're trying to pick it up, and it's like... No, you can't do that. It's because my inventory is full. But... right now, I'm going to go down here by the raft, and if you have the shelter pinned like you were in there, then it should show that you have everything except for a lashing. And we need one more frond. So I'm going to drop that, the palm frond, and I'm going to see if I can find... I think I decimated this island of... No, yay, alright, okay, cool. Alright, back to the raft. Alright. So, for right now, I'm just going to show you how to build the shelter. So hit R1, and you should still be on tools and stuff, so you're going to want to pull the left trigger one time, and it will go to the shelter. I have to go in here for a second. I have to make the lashing. Okay. So, L2, and it will go to the shelter, and you should have enough to craft it. So, you hit X to craft it. When it turns white, like that. But try and move it. Okay. You do this, and then it puts the shelter here. Once the shelter is here, you can sleep. So, provided it's not too late. While my watch is 21:54, I am still able to go to bed. So, I'm going to hold square, and it will bring up this menu that says press X to sleep, triangle to save, or circle to cancel. So I want to sleep. So I'm going to sleep. And you wake up at roughly 5:30 in the morning. Sometimes it's daylight, sometimes it's not. Now, I want to save it. I hold it again, and I push triangle. And a little thing will pop up in the left side of the screen that will say game data saved. So, now we're going to work on getting... I'm going to go over here and put some... For right now, go ahead and grab a ration out of the raft. because we have some things to do in order to get up to a certain area. And now rain is a good thing for crops. We're going to try and see if we're high enough in skill to get the water still, so we're going to press R1, and we are not. So we're going to work on building the campfire, and that today. So go L1 and go to your axe, not your palm frond, stupid me. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go here. Choppy, choppy. Storm is not bad. It sucks when you're out in the water. It can be very disorienting. Let's check and see what we have on us at L1. Okay. Let's go make the campfire. Campfire right here. So press your R1, go down to campfire. You will need 4 sticks to make the campfire. So if you don't have them, chop some trees, craft it, and I'm actually gonna, I will. Fire, and I'm gonna put it there. Stones. Okay. Once you make the campfire, go back into R1, and if you just got done making the campfire, you will need to pull R2 and put you back on tools. Go down to kindling. You will need 2 sticks to make kindling. Craft it. Hit L1 and go into your inventory and select it. And when you look at the fire holding the kindling, it will say, hold square to light. So you push square and it will bring up this screen. You literally pull like R1, L1, R1, L1. And that is all you do, and you watch that little orange bar at the top. When it fills up, voila, la flame. Then you can push circle and drop the kindling beside the fire. I'm going to try and gather some stones. Because I know we are going to need more palm fronds and more lashing and stones. So we're gonna, normally I would not let this just burn, but it's dark because of the storm, so I'm gonna let it burn for walk around to crouch, push in on your right thumbstick. Sometimes you can't see him standing up, so if you crouch down on the ground, it'll activate it. I don't need this, so I'm gonna drop it. I can always pick it up later. It'll still be there, but I don't need it right now. And I'm gonna try and keep an even number of fronds on me so that I can make 2 sets of lashings. I'm going to need them for what we will be doing. Yay, the storm is stopping, it seems. And there's some sticks. Stones. Alright. Okay. Okay, we are high enough to do this now. So, if you've done all that, we are going to go into R1. Oh, game. Dumping this for now. Alright, R1. Make the lashing. Make the lashing. Still not high enough yet. Nope. Crashing shit. You are going to need to make a hammer. So, R1. You should have stone and a stick and rocks, so you can kill it to craft. And I have a full inventory. Never mind me. Don't just. All right. More stick. More stick. Just get all the damn sticks and rocks. Just get all this headed. Alright, see if I can find another piece of cloth, maybe. Oops. Still pull up on rocks too. Okay, for the sake of our sanity, we are going to go ahead and try and make another axe for backup. So, 2 stone tools. So I'm going to make another stone tool. Yay! I can make a fish spear now. And then... kill me now. I'm dropping that, I don't care. Alright. Okay. We are high enough now to make the water still. So we're gonna go make that. So go back to camp. Okay, now, when you're looking at your campfire, it will say, hold square to extinguish. So, if you want to put it out, you would put it out. But, to add fuel to it, you need to hit L1 and go into your menu, select a stick, and then when you look at it, it will say hold square to refill. So I'm going to add, and then I extinguished it because it's full. Alright, I'll try and make the water still. So go into R1 and go down to water still, and you will need a coconut flask, a palm frond, a lashing, a piece of cloth, and 3 rocks. So go ahead and push in on the R3, and then that will pin it. We have 2 lashings, so we should be alright. I can get a palm frond. Let's see if we can make the coconut flask now. So R1, L1 for the consumables, and I need a coconut. So let's see. L1, what can I dump? Sticks. Alright, so I'm gonna drop the sticks. I don't need them right this second, and I will pick them back up here in a minute. But I got to still get a coconut. So I'm gonna go over here to this tree and pick me a coconut. And then I am going to R1 and then L1 and make a coconut flask. And then that should show up when I hit L1. It's the brown thing. Yeah, that's your coconut flask. Anyway, now I'm going to need to grab the sticks I dropped. No. No, my palm frond. I'm going to have to have some more anyway, so I'll find a short little tree here. Health is still good. Food, water, getting a little thirsty, and I'm getting hot. Going to L1, select my axe. Yeah, see, it's 10 chops with an axe versus 30 with a stone tool. Like that, that's enough of that. Alright, I don't need the bottom part right now, I only need the top. So I'm just going to go up here and chop the palm branch off. And then I'm going to get rid of the fronds, as many as it'll let me. Alright. Now, that shows that I have everything. So we're going to go. I'll take this with us though. So, when you want to drag something, look at it, pull the left trigger, and hold it, and then just lift it up and walk. Like crawl, bring food, you know. There we go. Okay. Go into L1, or R1 I mean, and hit L2. Go down to water still and hit craft. You have to move it around until it's white. And then hit X and it will place it. Now right now it is showing it has hardly any fuel. So to fill these little suckers up, you can use these, or the fibrous leaves, or palm fronds. Put them in your hand by hitting your L1, selecting it, equipping it. Then you hold square, and it will add it to there. And when you have one left over, I just usually walk over here to the side and press circle and drop it. That way I know it's by it, I can add it to it. It will take a while to fill this up, but that will give you fresh water. Now, we need to build. We don't need this stuff right now. We're just trying to get you the basic things that you will need to keep your ass alive. And then, you know, now that you know how to make some of the things, we can make a fishing spear, so I'm going to go ahead and craft one of those. You can throw them by pulling the left trigger and then the right trigger. I don't do that because I get tired of making the little sons of bitches. So, I'm gonna go ahead and light the beach fire again. And to do that, just go up to it and pick it up. Select it. Square. Alternating L2, R2. And there we go. It's doing good on fuel, plus there's fuel here if I need it to give it to it. But we're just doing that in case it gets dark, because like I said, the sun's starting to go down here. In about 5 seconds it's gonna be black. I mean dark. Gathering up things as I see them. There's some corrugated metal. That's our cue to head back towards the campfire. Like I said, when it gets dark, it gets dark. And this is when you get to just say, you know what, I'm skipping this, I'm out. We're gonna put the fire out. And we're gonna just crawl our little ass right in bed. So, I'm gonna hit sleep. See, it's bitching at me because I need to find water. I am dehydrated. So, this was full last night. It's empty for fuel, if you look at it. But if you look at the top, it's full of water. So you can hold square, and you will drink the water. And then you can look at your watch and see that, yes, you have more water now. In order to make more water, though, you're gonna have to make more palm fronds. And this is where you really want to get shit kind of organized and put up farm plot and grow yucca, because you can have fibrous leaves all day long and you're not out here chopping this. I mean, you're gonna chop them down anyway to get the wood, but once they're gone, you're screwed. So, because trees don't regenerate, the only thing that regenerates is the stuff that you plant, and you have to make sure that that stays watered. So, let's see here. Alright, pick them up. I'm gonna come over here, select it, and then drop the other ones right here. Alright, now we're gonna go fishing. So, you can walk along the edge and you see these little things out here every once in a while. You know, say like sardine or clownfish. No. Yeah, see? Sardine, clownfish. they're like a last resort. If you have to have food and you can't get anything bigger, then yeah, because you expend more energy trying to kill the little bastards than they're worth. You can walk along the shore and find crabs. They're small. They do the job. They're a little easier to stab than sardines and stuff are. But as far as the size of meat that you get from doing so, it's the same. They're both small. So, like, here's a crab. You just walk up to it until it says crab. And you play stabby, stabby, pokey, pokey. Don't pinch me. Yeah, see, when he pinches you, it does that. But he's dead now. So you use R2 to stab at him. And then you use R2 to take them off after you have ramrodded them through their shell. Alright. There's my other pom-pom I lost. Alright. Now, shipwrecks are the best place to get fish. But they're also dangerous because you are underwater. So you have to remember that you do have an oxygen bar, and I'll show you that here in a second. And there's these lionfish and sea snakes, and if you don't have it set to passive, sharks, everything under the fucking sun. I mean, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go kind of swimming out here. Now you can see the blue bars show up at the bottom of the screen. That's your oxygen bar. These are smaller fish that hang near the shallow area. The deeper you go, they start getting bigger. You can see my oxygen's starting to go down, but I'm going to go down here and try and get... And you'll start hearing yourself make weird noises. Yeah, see, my guy's all sorts of pissed. Alright. So you swim back up. Get your breath. Alright. So we're going to kind of swim out here by this ship. Because these shipwrecks like to hide grouper. Alright, I gotta surface for air. Alright. Now. Okay, this little black bucket of fuck here in front of me with the white fringes. Yeah. Stay away from him. Oh, hush up, dude. But yeah, that's a lionfish, and it will sting you and poison you. But viscous, and you have to get out of the water though. Oh, well, it's on you. Oh, because I have a little crab. Ditch the stick. Which means I'm gonna need you. Alright. Since I have to ditch something anyway, I'm going to hit L1, and I'm going to go over to the crab, and I'm going to hold circle and drop it. Now, once that's done, then I'll pull R2, take the fish off, hit L1, go to the fish, hit circle, and drop that, and then select my knife. You can only skin something with the knife, unfortunately. So you can't use like a stone tool, you have to have a knife. You hold it over it, press square.
Gross.
For the crab, well, do the same thing. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put my knife away. Yep. That really sucks when it does that. So, yeah, we're getting rid of the stick. Anyway. And I've lost a lot of tools doing that. So, if you notice that something is suddenly missing, it's probably on the ground. Alright. Yeah, see, while we've been out hunting and wandering around and doing all that good rotten snot, not too bad. Let's check and see how much water's in this still. Awesome. Some more leaves in there. Alright. Since we are talking about growing, I will... Let's see, can I make it show you what I am talking about here? Yes, I need sticks and a lashing. Yes. Alright. Gotta light the fire. And you're going to go into your inventory through L1, find your small meat, walk up to the fire, and it will say hold square to attach. So you put that piece of meat on the fire. You can walk around with the other one in your hand if you want to. I'm going to put mine up for now. And your meat is cooking. You can walk off while your stuff is cooking. Nothing is going to happen. But you get your cooking skill raised if you are near it while it is cooking. So there is a benefit to staying by it, but we're kind of not giving a rat's ass right now. So, alright. Make the lashing. And I just need a stick. Space for the sticks, yes, okay. Oh, yay, rain. This will fill up the water still. It also waters your crops. And I'm not sure if it auto refills. I don't think it fills your canteens. I think you may have to hold them. I don't know. Okay, that dinger that you just heard, that means that the meat is done. So you can come back here. And I don't have space for it right now, so I am going to drop the rocks. Walk up till it says cook small meat, and you press square to pick up. You go into your inventory and pick the next piece. attach it. You can see that it's down like a stick of wood, but I mean sticks for other things anyways, so I just put it on. Alright, to make the hoe, made a hoe. Now, to see what it takes to make a gardening plot, you hit your R1, and then you're going to hit R1 again until you get to the little potted plant. Now, to make a wood farming plot takes 4 sticks and a lashing. So, I'm going to go into my menu first and select the steak, and I'm going to eat it. And I look at my watch, and I'm like, okay, I need more meat. And it's cooking, and I'll get it, and that'll be cool. But, yeah, see, because I'm standing in the fire, that way. But we are going to get the lashing taken care of here. Okay. This bit. I was confused and thought I was on another file and had a yucca seed already. So I'm like, I'll just drop that one here. Oh my goddamn yucca. Oh. Alright, that one didn't have one. There is a bush over here, but okay. Since it's showing up, if you see a plant like this with yellow fruit, just leave it for now. Or if you see a tree with any fruit on it, leave it for now until you get farm plot established. We're gonna whack this yucca, and there is the This is one of the hardest damn things to get. And made the last one. Now I have the stuff to make a farm plot. So, back into the menu. Plant, and I'm going to build this wooden farm plot. So, I want to put it here. So I can move it around and look at it and go, it looks nice or whatever. I want this one, right? That'll work. Alright. So, I built a wooden farm plot. Now I need to go into my menu and go down here to the yucca plant. Walk over to it and it will say click square to plant yucca fruit. So I planted it, and it shows that it only has a little bit of water. We need to make a lashing, at least one lashing. Get a coconut. And go into consumables and make a coconut flask. When you make the water still, it takes the one that you had before. So, because we just planted this crop, it is not going to have time to have been watered by the rain. Your water still is full, and your very first, if you go into your canteen, when you look at it, it will say coconut flask. When you make it, so I'm going to select this, and you press square to water. Now it's empty. And if you look in your inventory, it won't show unless you take it out of your hands. But if you look at it now, it says empty coconut flask. I'm going to go up here and fill it again. And I'm going to water that. Fill it again. And it is full. Each different type of farm plot holds a different amount of water. Corrugated metal holds 11, I think. How many? 9? Okay. Fi says it's 9. So, now, this, you can go back up to your still and refill this. So now you have a water that you can use. Drink. See how our food is. Alright, water's good. Gonna need to get some food. But we will work on that tomorrow. If it gets bad, you can always do a ration, but... Oh, excuse me. So, anyway. So now we have yucca growing. We're going to go in here. And we're going to sleep. And save. Sometimes you have to look away and then look back to get it to activate. Alright. Now, I'm going to see if I can find a grouper. And I'm going to see if I can find a damn crate. So, we're just going to kind of go looking today. Trying to look in the water to make sure there's none of them frickin' crown of thorns. Hosed on everything on this beach. Okay. Now. Go away, crabs. Alright. Might as well get some dinner. Assured dinner. See if maybe he's out here today. It's daytime. Maybe he's out here now. Clay deposits are found in the water. I have usually only found them near shipwrecks, and that doesn't mean they're near every shipwreck. It just means that sometimes that's where they seem to proliferate, is around shipwrecks. You cannot kill certain things like the turtles, and there's some of the sharks that swim around that you can't kill. Lionfish. Not seem to be any Monsieur Gouvel. That's a poisonous snake. If he bites you, you'll get sick for 3 freaking days. Everything is like 3 days. Like poisoned by stark-crowned jellyfish. Oh gosh. But different sized things give you different sized meat. Pigs and sharks will give you large meat. Discus, I think, gives you medium meat. Let's see. Stuck on the damn door. There's a grouper. This bitch, yeah. You go down up to there, well, you swim to them. They don't attack. I don't know if they do if they're on non-passive, but anyway. Stab him. Swim up to the surface, put your spear away. Look at him. Hold L2 and hold it. And swim to a spot. Present, kill you all the time. Now, you may be able to put him here. And skin him. Sometimes it'll let you, sometimes it won't. Alright. Alright. Anyway. We have not found, as of right now, another piece of cloth, and I haven't found any rawhide yet. I think I just need cloth. If I don't find any cloth on this pass around, then I will show you how to make a loom so that you can make cloth. Which comes in very handy. It's like a loom and a yucca are usually the first things that I like to get done once I get myself to set in a little bit. Just because I get tired of looking for it. Alright, we're gonna go think I got burned by this. Wait a minute. Drop some things off. But I think this underwater boat is. So, I don't think there'll be anything on it. Oh, a word of advice. When you get ready to skin like your little crabs, for some reason crabs have an issue. Oh hush, I'm getting ready to. Find an area away from your camp and drop them to clean them. They don't disappear, and we don't know why. Sometimes one will, but then the rest of them won't. So you wind up with this like stack of crabs. Fish will disappear, but them crabs, nope. Now the big ones, they will, but not these little bitty suckers. Alright. So, because the character is bitching and moaning and wailing that it is hungry, put some more stuff in this raft. For right now, this and this. Yeah, alright. There's the bubbles at. Sure you see the shipwreck bubbles like. Okay. I'm just gonna look. Alright, a loom is a stick. It's like 6 sticks and 4 lashings. Okay. While this is going on, we're going to cook some of this meat. Simply because the character is getting hungry. And it can be going while I'm doing this other stuff. Alright. Drop it, stupid! Oh. Some stick. Okay, that's going. Lashing. Sticks. R1 to craft. One of those ones where I'll get all the way up there and be like one short. It has done that to me before. It's aggravating. Sometimes if you look around the edges, there we go. I like to hide them in weird spots. Alright, now we just need these 6 sticks. Well, we have trunks laying back here on the beach that we used. So, chop them up. Right now, I am going to put my fishing spear, not my damn coconut flask. Thank you. There. This meat is done, so I'm gonna grab it and eat it because my character is supposedly dying of starvation. And I have everything to make the loom. So, I'm gonna try to put the loom yep, let's dump everything. Sometimes I just want to pop this damn thing. There, stay. I have to figure out where the hell you dumped all this shit over here. Which was my crude hoe. Really didn't want to have to make it again, but yeah, see, so there we go. That's always fun. I'm gonna try and put the loom up here. That's R1 to get into the menu, and then L2 to get to the TP. I'm going to select the loom, and I'm going to put it in here. Now, I need to try to find some more fiber sleeves. That will let me make the cloth that I need. If I can find enough fiber sleeves. Yay, there's my hoe. And a stone tool. Okay. So I can leave it for a second. And I'm going to make a fire pit. Give me some meat. And put another piece on there. And you can see how long this takes to do this part. So, what we're going to try and do is make a smoker. And for that we need a fire ring, sticks, lashings, and cloth. Because we do not have the cloth, we need the fibrous leaves. So, I am going to chop these logs up. And get the sticks. If I have enough room, I hope. Alright. Back here, it's almost getting dark again. You don't have a whole lot of time to get a lot accomplished. It's just a royal pain in the ass. Alright, it's striking. I forgot to get water. Alright. Now I have to go get palm fronds. So, we don't have a whole lot of time. We're just gonna go right here. Palm fronds will go. And now I have to go find that because there wasn't room, so dropped my axe. Axe like that. Okay. I'm gonna have to eat this and then sleep so that we can try and accelerate it and get so that we can get the smoker done. Because once we get the smoker done, then it'll be basically everything that you would need to get everything squared away. But this takes a long time to cook this, and meat will spoil. That's why we're trying to get the smoker built, because then it won't spoil. Okay, finger, so that's cooked. I'm gonna eat it. Extinguish the fire. And go to bed. I need to find water. All from in there. It's at least one. The other one's not big enough. Alright, so I'm gonna go get some fibers. Leaves, provided I can find enough to do what we need to do, because I honestly don't know how many it takes. So we're gonna find out. It's been a while since I've done one, so we will see if I left anything viable here. Because the way it's looking, I have decimated this. Means I'll have to swim to another island. And I really don't want to do that right now. Disorienting, I know, but trying to find. Yeah, respawn time or what? Oh, and I missed some. Right. And we'll go back to the loom. Looking as we walk by. I get so sick of this shit. Get back with me. I had to remember how to do this myself. Go up to the loom, hit the R1, and that is under tools. So you're going to R1 and go to the hammer, and make sure you're on the hammer. Go down to, way down to cloth. And I have enough to craft it, so I'm going to craft it. Put it away, and then I gotta go try and find 4 more of the fibrous leaves, and I don't think I'm going to have them here. I really don't. I think I have effectively where's the out? Alright. Yeah, you definitely don't want to eat the meat for too long because then it rots, and that is so nasty. And you'll know because you'll go to cook something and there'll be little flies all over it. Isn't big enough yet to harvest, and it won't be for a couple more days. You do need to water it. I'm not watering it right now because I'm being lazy. Okay, we're good. Cut that out. And normally I don't do this for one thing, but because I want to get this, we're gonna... Oh, never mind. Ha! Now that I don't need you, you son of a bitch. Trying to find the closest island. So we're gonna go over here to this one. Because I can use the mast as a reference point. Now, I'm gonna go into my L1, up to my compass. My island will be northeast of that one when I get there. I am headed southwest. So for me to get back home, I will have to go northeast. Oh, I'm just gonna start swimming along. The yellow bar is my stamina, and if I get to ripping along and exhaust it, then I'll be in the red zone. So I usually let it go for a little bit and then stop it, and then go again. But literally all I'm going to this island for is lasso material. But it also will show you the swimming mechanics. Most of what you see swimming down here is cod. You can go after them. Sometimes a shark will swim by you, but because they're passive, they will not attack you. I'm sure it would be much more vigorously done if they weren't on passive. Swimming raises your physicality, which will help you with building and everything. You know, how long it takes you to swim to an island, how long you can hold your breath, all that type of stuff. Yes, and I realize I see that word a lot. But each one means a different thing. Okay, I'm done. Okay, we're here. Okay, well, I'm ready. Look underneath the water as you're swimming up the island. You just don't want to not pop up once in a while. Make sure you're still on course. Stab him. I don't have that. So we don't have a whole lot of time to be here because dark will be here very quickly, so I'm kind of hurrying. What I'm looking for right now is nothing rapidly because I overdo my stamina and now I don't have any. Alright. This is a giant crab. You can kill him and he will give you medium meat, I believe. He doesn't really attack you because of the passivity, but he probably would if it was regular. These are crates that you can find in the shipwrecks. You can look at it and go, oh, this is a gyroscope part on it. Okay? But you can put things from your backpack into that backpack and then pick up the box. And it frees up space. There wasn't anything in that crate that I really wanted, but the gyroscope copter parts and stuff like that I'm a long ways from getting to the point of using. So it's not of great importance. I'd rather have like the beans that you can find, flashlights, flashings, you can find all kinds of stuff. Some of the islands have snakes on them too. Those are fun. That scared the fucking piss out of me the first time one of them came at me. And that's all passive. You know, they just start slithering at me. I'm like, no! That's not good. Alright. Compass. Out of here because it's almost dark. This last things that we need. And then we will make the smoker. And the smoker, you can put 5 pieces of meat on at a time. And they can stay there. They don't go bad. If you leave cooked meat hanging there, it will spoil. So it has to be smoked cooked meat. Right there. I couldn't guess. Start as we get back here. Hopefully we can get this up before it's dark. Because one time I was swimming out in the dark and I thought I was at my island and I wound up, I don't know where the fuck. It was dark, I couldn't see a compass. So, yeah, it was fun. They do have whales and stuff, though, that you can see, and if you see one and you have a labeler, you can give it a name. It doesn't become a pet, but it kind of becomes a pet, if that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, you gave it a name, but you can't. It doesn't come stay by you. Thank goodness they've grown considerably. So, we have the sticks. I have to go into the inventory and drop this box so that I can get the cloth out of it. And the last one. And I stand over the sticks and we can make the smoke. Craft the smoker. Now you can R1, L1, and it will turn it. Right now it's being angry because there are sticks in the way and all this. Come up and move them. This is what I mean by dark. Advanced darkness. Okay, and the kingdoms around here somewhere. Alright, rotate. And I don't know why it does that. It'll be like, no, you can't do this. And this is the smoker. So you can get your meat. Now see where it says spoiled small meat? So that's right. In that short of a time. But anyway. So when you get the meat, you put it on the smoker. You can put 5 pieces at a time. It dings like it does normally on a campfire when it's done. But then when it is smoked, it's like an alarm. It goes brrr, you know, like one of those old bell alarms like Mom used to take on vacation all the time. Like that. This should get you pretty well set up. This gives you extended meat. and then it shows you the compass, and then swimming to islands and stuff like that. Yes, I need to find water. Because I'm tired of listening to this little twat right now, I'm just going to eat a ration, which will give me a little bit of water and a little bit of food at the same time. So that's where you're at. That should help you get going. You know how to fish and all that. So I will catch you all later. Adios.